Hello, and welcome to Grandad's Art Space with me, Terry. Um, just a quick update as to what's going on. Um, Everything's still wrapped around my wife, looking after her and making sure that she's okay. She's getting better. She is getting there slowly. So, um, painting time is a minimum, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So, what's different from last year to this year? Well, I've still got nothing finished. That's why I haven't made another video since Christmas. Um, Everything's still the same. However, I have had a little foray into doing some 6mm Napoleonics. Is that going to focus? Just about. For English and French. But I'm not sure whether I want to go this way. Because with 6mm, you lose the detail. It's all about sort of like mass strengths. So I've been having a look at doing some epic. And those are French line. Now, I think that's a bit better, isn't it? Is that a bit better? Yeah, that's a bit better. And now you've got a little bit more detail on these. But that, believe it or not, that's a fortnight's work. Yeah, that's how much time I'm getting. That is a fortnight's work there. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, along with those. Thing is, so I found out, even though they're epic scale, they take up just as much room as 28mm when they're lined up in their battalion, which doesn't really help me, does it? But I'm not going to be producing anywhere near the amount that I've done in 28mm. So maybe it'll work. The other little thing that I dropped on was I ran out of my shade, and I haven't been able to get any more. So I had some, what's it called? Seraphim Sepia. And that's brown. So I thought, go for it, see what it's like. I ain't lost nothing, it's only one strip. But I quite like that. They've turned out really nice. So I think in future, I don't like this camera, it's rubbish. I think in future, I'm going to do them, all my figures, in Seraphim Sepia. So that's all I've managed to get done. But what are my plans for this year? Well, basically still carrying on the same. Continuing with the 28mm Napoleonics. Continuing to try and finish the Covenanters, which I've only got 2 regiments to do on. Okay, thank you. And that was just a parcel come through, so I don't know what that is. I ain't ordered nothing, so surprise. Yeah. I got this lot sitting in front of me, still waiting to be done. So I've got to crack on with those. I've got a pile up there sitting waiting to be done, and I've got the boxes behind me. I've just noticed I've got the 60th and the 95th all made up, waiting to be painted over there as well as the fantasy stuff I've got. So I've got enough. But I want to scratch an itch this year. I've been meaning to look at it for some time, and that is, and I'm not going overboard, I'm not going silly, I just want to have a look at Bannockburn with just a couple of boxes, plastic boxes if I can find them that are suitable for the period. I think most of them are too later on in the medieval period. I'm not buying metals, they're too expensive. Unless I cut the numbers right down, which I could do, then I could buy metals. So that's a possibility. Oh, here he is. Hold on. Yep, there he is. Say hello, Tobe. There he is. There's the pup. You can say hello. You can say hello to everyone. No, he doesn't want to. No. So yeah, a small Scottish force and a small English force, which I could use for skirmishing. See how I go. So, do I do it in 28mm? Do I do it in 15mm? I don't know. I've got to have a look at it. Oh, at the moment, I'm just reading the book, trying to figure out who's who and who's what and when and how. What shields and banners and flags and it's not nice. It's a nightmare. Trying to figure out who's for what. Some of the Scottish didn't trust and believe in the Bruce, so they didn't fight with him. Some sided with the English because they were on the borders. Some of the English sided with the Scottish because they were on the borders. Nothing's ever simple, is it? War's not simple, we know that. So yes, I want to have a look at having a little foray into that, as well as deciding which way do I go, because I'm not buying any more Napoleonic 28mm. What I've got is what I've got. I've got enough here, more than enough. So there's no more 28mm Napoleonics going to get painted. I ain't got the room. So I've got to go downscale if I want to do large battles, and the only way forward there, I think, is the 6mm. Yes, I lose the detail, but at 3 foot, who's really worried about detail? Oh, that's my phone. I'll see. As I say, I might stay and go epic and do a smaller force. Don't know. All I know is I'm stuck on Napoleonics. I've got the bug for them, and I don't really want to leave them alone. But the problem is I've got no more room for 28mm. Not unless I either give them away or sell them, and I don't particularly want to do that. Not the work that's gone into them. I've got the English Civil War, all the Scots that I'm working on. So the Covenanter army, that's almost finished. That'll be 6 regiments of foot. I think it's 6 regiments of horse. I think there's probably about 7 or 8 guns. So it's quite a big force. I've got the biggest regiment sitting down here, by far the biggest regiment. That's a huge regiment. It really is. So pikemen, I've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 20 pikemen alone, let alone the musketeers and the flag bearers. So that's because you're allowed one big regiment. So all I've got to do then is the small regiment, which I think is about 8 figures. So that's easy. And then that's the Covenant is finished. Apart from dragoons. Now, I'm not paying 80 quid for a box of dragoons. Absolutely no chance. That's stupid. That is just crazy money for one box of dragoons. I don't care. They are sort of a mixture of metal and plastic. It's still stupid. So what I might do is, because I've had so many lancers, Scots lancers, you get the moss troopers in there. So what I might do is get some plastic horses and use the moss troopers as dragoons, which why not, they basically are. And then I've got some firelocks and use them as dismounted dragoons. So that gives me a dragoon regiment. Squadron, whatever you want to call it, cavalry, I'll just call it a regiment. So then all I need to do, if I want to, is a commanded shot, which I've got enough musketeers to a couple of officers hanging around here to be able to do that. I'm not going to bother with a storming party. Just not going there. And then I've just got the rebel army to start. Then I've got all the figures all ready for that, so I ain't got to send any of those. So that'll be them done. So I'm not after that. That is the other issue I've got with the 6mm. Hold on a minute. Let me just get a minute. I've got a pile of 6mm in the Civil War. Look at the state of that. Now, the ones I've finished have been in storage. Now, don't ask me how it's happened, because they're in a box. But I was looking at them the other week, just over Christmas, and I've got one block of these where the pikes are broken off. Now, these pikes are rubbish. They're soft, and it's not Bacchus's fault. They produce brilliant figures. It's just the fact that they're so thin that they just snap off. A couple of wiggly woos and they're gone. So I can't drill the figures because there's literally, if you look, there's nothing to drill. Yeah, the hands are so small. There's nothing to drill. So the only thing I can do is gently cut away each and every pike, put a groove in, and then cut a length of metal the same diameter and stick it in place. I can't do that for every single one. No. So that project is being abandoned. All that lot are destined for the bin, because I'm not going to be doing that. What I will do is buy myself English Civil War Epic and go along there, because those pikes are okay. They're plastic, but they're better if they snap off. At least I've got something I can drill and put a pike in. So that lot, bin. I'm not doing that. So the ones, fortunately, I've only got two done, Fairfaxes and Newcastles, that I got finished. So that's no great loss. So I shall be going down the line of Epic for the English Civil War. to do those, because I'm not doing any more 28 mils in the English Civil War. Once the Covenanters and the Royalist Rebel Army are done, that's it for 28 mil for them. It's too expensive. So, but these are well priced. So I should be having a look at those and seeing what I can do. Whether I do another Covenanter army, I'm not sure. I think I fancy doing more of the early part of the Civil Wars than the Scots again. There's nothing wrong with the Scots. I will probably get round to doing some Scots, but I'm all really greyed out. Yeah, I like to vary my colours. So just the thought of doing another Covenanter army where it's all grey, just please. I lost it with the Covenanters, and ended up doing Leven's Lifeguard, which were red. I couldn't do more grey. But I'm back to the grey because I'm having to do the regular Covenanters. But never mind. And one for you, Gav, if you're watching, mate. I've started the motorcycle. Yep. So I know it's not much at the moment, but it's all blacked out, ready to go in. I had to de-chrome most of that. Why do they have to chrome everything? I hate chrome. You know, out of all the chrome in the right places, great. But chrome everything near enough? No. Even the footrests were chromed. Oh, come on. We can buy chrome if we want to do that. So, at the moment, I'm looking to do it in gunmetal blue, which is like a metallic blue. It's a nice metallic blue. So it's either that or a metallic red. I'm not sure yet. I've got to think about that one. I'm not rushing it because it's my first. That is my first foray since being a kid of going back into modelling. I haven't modelled in years. When I was a kid, yeah, I modelled all the time. Airfix, I had, I don't know how many of their range I had. Just about every one, near enough. Aircraft, cars, ships, dinosaurs, birds. They've done all of them. The statues of kings and queens and stuff. Tanks, military vehicles of all sorts of shapes and sizes. I've done them all. Done loads and loads and loads. Remember when we left where we used to live? I had to leave most of them in the loft. Couldn't take them with me. The ones that got left, that is. All the figures. I had loads and loads of little figures, 1/72 scale figures. They all went in the bin. Shut down. Just crazy. But it is what it is. When you move, you're limited, and we was very limited, so I had to pick and choose. So yeah, I'm looking about getting back into doing a bit of modelling. That's at the moment probably about 6 hours work just to get that subframe done and get it undercoated, ready to put the top coat on. I had to dechrome all of the back mudguard. I was looking at it the other day, thinking, the bits you want chromed, they ain't chromed. Which, come on. They're just sort of like the bits you don't want chromed. They just shoved it all over. But, yeah, never mind. But that should be interesting. when I've done that. So I might try another motorcycle when I've done that one, or I don't know. I don't really want to fancy, but I know I'm going to have a go at something else. I have to have a look around and have a check. Right, I've took up enough of your time, so keep modelling, keep painting, keep wargaming, enjoying your hobby, but don't spend your life on it. Take care, God bless, bye.